I don't think Halloween's trying to trick us at all.
No
pun intended.
It's treating us. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Tank Talks. My name is Brandon.
I'm the ghost of Keith.
We should have came up with some kind of names for the season.
Yeah. I'm the ghost of Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox.
And I'm Firefighter Brandon.
What? What does that mean? What do you mean?
I'm a firefighter.
Okay. So I'm not going as a Swamp Fox for I just tried to pick a ghost that, honestly, I thought military, and then I thought, who's one of the least hated people I don't understand? I don't hear him hated a lot as like a Southern, war hero. But anyway. What are we doing today? That was a real weird opening. I just said boo because it's Halloween. It's Halloween week.
Today we're having more of a discussion tank talk as we've done in the past couple of months.
Yeah.
And today's topic is, should Christians celebrate Halloween?
Should you?
Growing up, I know...
Yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to think of a way to include people who are not Christians. But if you're not in the Christian club, you can go wild. You don't even have to listen.
Exactly. You can wear all the firefighter costumes you want to.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, my family celebrated it, but like at my school, it was a very fundamental Baptist place, so they were very anti Halloween. And I remember I didn't want to upset them. So one time I remember telling, hey, yeah, every year I go as a Bible character so I can spread the gospel. And I was like, this year's Abraham. That's second grade Brandon thinking, I'm safe.
but you were actually going into firefighter?
I think I went as a ninja that year.
I went as a ninja for at least 7 of my childhood years.
I went as a ninja. I had this habit of going as people that... the general population didn't understand. So I went as like Kurt Busch one year. And they said, oh, you're Jeff Gordon. And I got mad.
Yeah.
And I went as like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And they said, you're Luke Skywalker. I went as Elwood Blues from Blues Brothers.
That's
and they
funny.
thought that I was a funeral home director.
I know that story, and that's the one that hurts me the most. I do love the Blues Brothers.
But today we're going to look at 2 articles. One pro-Christian celebrating Halloween, one against Christian celebrating, and then Keith and I will break down and give our thoughts. So as we go along the way, I guess maybe keep an open mind wherever you stand. In the end, we'll see where we all stand on this.
I'll do my best to join you in keeping an open mind.
Our first article comes from Alan Rudnick, and it was on the BaptistNewsGlobal.com.
A trusted source.
And it was 7 reasons why Christians should celebrate Halloween.
Not only can, but should.
Yes. For time's sake, we're just going to walk through the bullet points they had. So here are the 7 bullet points he has. Number 1, understand that All Hallows Eve, Halloween, and the ancient pagan festival of Samhain are not the same.
Samhain.
Number 2, the establishment of Christmas and Easter in Europe had pagan connections. But we do not abandon these holidays. Neither should we abandon All Hallows Eve. Number 3. You should give a little, fingers. Number 3. Understanding.
Give me something to do.
Yeah. Understanding that early Christians contextualized early pagan holidays into Christian holidays helps us to see that we do not have to compromise our beliefs with pagan ones.
Christopher Columbus style. I'll take those holidays, make them our own.
Number 4. Evil themes in our current secular Halloween observances were not always present. Thus, we can recapture the spiritual with the innocent.
Recapture it.
Number 5, if you still think Halloween is an evil day, then maybe you should see All Hallows Eve as a time when Christians can laugh and even mock evil.
Yeah.
And number 6, Christians should focus and teach the concept of celebrating All Saints' Day, November 1st, in churches. Finally, number 7, Christ holds the keys to death and Hades, Revelations 1:18.
Vroom, vroom.
We can take comfort in the fact that Christ defeated death.
Yeah.
All right. So 7 points by
Wolf.
Mr. Allen. And now a person that really wasn't on the same side as Allen is Jamie Morgan.
Jamie Morgan, who is a pastor, a lady pastor of...
Is she a lady pastor?
She's a lady. It says she's the pastor. In the article, it says she pastors two communities.
Oh, I didn't read that part.
Yeah.
But this was on ChristianPost.com.
Another verified, reliable source.
And it was entitled, Why Christians Absolutely Should Not Celebrate Halloween. I guess also as a, like to explain a little bit of choosing these websites. There's a lot of websites that I went to that were more popular ones.
Sure.
But they really just danced around the issue.
Yeah, these people are hitting it.
Yeah, or they sat there and they said, yeah, it's good, don't worry about it. And they didn't offer really any evidence.
Of course.
So if you're wondering why we don't have any like household name ones,
yeah,
a lot of them just kind of danced around the question.
Oh, I'm not poking any fun. I'm just trying, or not at you. I'm kind of poking fun at these publications a little bit.
This is entitled, Why Christians Absolutely Should Not Celebrate Halloween.
If you've seen Star Wars, you may see a problem with that sentence.
Number 1. God is a God of life, but Halloween focuses on death. Should I celebrate a holiday where people decorate their front yards with tombstones?
Should I?
All these are questions as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Number 2. The scriptures tell us to put away deeds of darkness, and that light has nothing in common with darkness. Is celebrating a dark holiday something a child of light should be doing?
Is it?
Number 3. I had been delivered from fear and panic attacks and knew that fear comes from the enemy. Should I participate in a holiday that has fear as its very foundation?
Should I?
Witchcraft is clearly detestable to the Lord. Shouldn't something that glorifies witchcraft, just take a walk through the Halloween store, be detestable to me as well? Number 5. Halloween is a sacred high holiday for Wiccans. Is this a holiday Christians should celebrate alongside Wiccans? Number 6. Is it cute when we dress our kids like the devil? Isn't it, well, demonic?
Sometimes, maybe.
Number 7. What if my child dresses in a wholesome fireman costume? My costume.
Yeah.
Romans 16:19 says that we need not to be wise to what is... We do need to be wise. Yeah. Romans says we do need to be wise to what is good and innocent of evil. If I let him participate in Halloween, even while dressed as a fireman, aren't I sending him a mixed message by allowing him to participate in a celebration of evil? Number 8.
You're sorry.
Doesn't God want his children to be set apart from the world, from sin and evil? So already she has more points than Alan.
Yeah.
Number 9. My extended family thinks it's ridiculous that we do not allow our son to dress up for Halloween. Should their opinions matter to me more than, say, God? I'm paraphrasing at this point.
Come on now. Come on, lady.
Number 10. If there is even a question in my heart and mind that it might be wrong, shouldn't that be my first clue? Why would I continue to do something with a lingering thought that it was wrong? And then finally, does Halloween bring glory to God? No. It glorifies the devil. Nuff said.
That's right. Oh, now I can finally start talking, Brandon. Neither of these articles should exist. Neither of them. Neither of those articles should exist in 2019, almost 2020. If you're still wondering about this, wonder about something else. Name this lady who wrote this article. I'm just about to go off, Brandon. You stop me whenever you want.
Go ahead. I've been talking for a while, so I need to catch my breath.
Just this lady who wrote this article, who lives in a suburban neighborhood, no doubt. If you can name one of your neighbors who actually legitimately either is a Wiccan or actually worships Satan and uses Halloween as a day to do anything besides dress up in a costume and eat candy, then maybe you have an issue. Maybe you have an issue if you can find someone like that in your neighborhood. You don't actually want your kids to be hanging out with, an actual witch who's actually boiling infants in her cauldron in her basement or whatever. Of course we don't want to support that kind of thing. But it is ridiculous for you to think that Halloween is actually a celebration of the devil. It is literally costume in America, in modern day America, wherever it came from. It is right now literally children dressing up in costumes and eating candy. It's nothing more. There's no religious significance to the holiday at all in our country anymore. You're wasting your time if you're worried about it. And the guy who wrote the other article, what are those points? Go read me, give me some. There's one of them that just made me laugh. One of them was if you're still worried about Halloween, you can use it as a chance to mock evil and darkness. Like, it's a time to laugh at the devil. What a weak argument.
I think if someone is standing and laughing at all of the people in costumes.
Yeah, am I wrong? Am I too judgmental of this kind of thing?
My takeaway is that both of these articles are like they're building on that these other holidays are sacred, when really you look at like Christmas is it's just all about like money and gifts.
Right, yeah.
And even like churches that have like Christmas like cantatas or whatever, a lot of times in those like things when you go to them, there's a lot of like frustration because so and so didn't get the part.
Yeah.
So even there's not a lot of like worship going on with God with like the production of that, because it's more about we need to have the right singer, like so and so shouldn't be like in charge of it or whatever.
I'm with you on that. Honestly, if you're gonna boycott a holiday, boycott modern Christmas. Halloween is not a veiled holiday that is doing something that means something else. Halloween is overtly about costumes and candy. Christmas, everybody in the southern United States says, "Oh, you need to put the Christ back in Christmas, y'all," but they still spend a bunch of money on gifts for their kids.
Yeah,
and that's what their kids are excited about, and that's what they can be excited about. So honestly, Christmas may be the villain, not the actual meaning of Christmas, of course, but modern Christmas. At least Halloween. I don't think Halloween's trying to trick us at all.
No
pun intended.
It's treating us. Now, I guess digging into it, since we kind of both agree on, we don't really think that there is a lot of like evil resonating from Halloween.
Right.
Now, the practice of going door to door, is that something that, I mean, for us, like, we are going to have like children like in the next couple of years. This is going to be something that,
hopefully so,
like in the near future, we're going to have to decide on.
Sure.
Do you think you're still going to go door to door, or
do you mean as a safety as a safety thing?
I guess for me, I look at the idea of going door to door, and I think that that's kind of I don't know, like weird. I guess coming from a suburban area, we would go to like 5 houses, then have to drive 15 minutes.
You mean
Whereas now,
neither of us grew up in a big neighborhood kind of situation.
I like the idea that churches where they have like their trunk or treats, where you get to go there and you have everyone at the church, and you're able to get a bunch of candy, meet a bunch of people.
I think it's a good bonding experience. My mom always gets excited talking about the little costumes that she made me when I was a baby. Mm-hmm. Like one time she was a bumblebee and I was a little baby bumblebee. One time she was a pirate and I was a little baby pirate.
No, I love the costumes. I guess the idea.
But you're talking about actually moving. I guess my question is: are you saying do you want to nix that practice because it's not safe?
Do you
for
think
your kids?
In this day and age? Well, I think there's a lot of reasons. Like it's just like time wise, it could be safety, it could be just it's weird to go up to a stranger's house and say, "I don't really talk to you, but you got some candy in my house."
Well, it's just the one night a year where that's okay.
Like, do you think that that's in this day and age that people should still be going like door to door like in neighborhoods? Or?
I honestly think that's fine. I think that's good bonding for your neighborhood. I think it's a good event. Mm-hmm. I think it's a tradition. I don't think anybody is saying like, "Ooh, that you're still like," to a 5-year-old at their door. I doubt they're going to look down and go, "Oh, you're still trick or treating." Like, isn't that so early 2000s and before? I don't think anybody has necessarily a problem with it like that. But then it comes down to it is that's a decision, sure, you make as a family if you want to be, if you think it's weird, but that's not a religious decision. I think my problem with the whole debate is Halloween is no longer a religious holiday, not for us. It could be. It might All Hallows Eve or whatever. I know that's like maybe a South American thing. I know that's a more important day, or they have the Day of the Dead. I could be wrong. Latin America. I feel like that's a Latin American holiday kind of thing, or just a Latino South America kind of thing. I don't really know. But for us, it's not religious. And this lady, I want to say one more thing about this lady who wrote the article. Is in the article at the bottom, she says, "So do you think I just curl up in our basement and hide from Halloween? No. I use it as an opportunity to spread the gospel. Put a gospel tract in my kid's Halloween bucket and see if I don't come to your door." You're the worst. Why are you doing that? He can't even read. You gonna put a gospel tract in his bucket? He's a little boy dressed as a Dalmatian.
Like
or a little girl.
Her argument, it kind of goes back to, we think that like, okay, well, someone dressing up as a ghost or a witch, like that's evil. Like we're going back to evil as something that is so clear, like something cliche and clear is evil. Yeah. Whereas we don't think it's evil when like people do other like stuff that we write off as like, well, that's not really evil. It goes back to, oh, well, that's not really a big sin because that's so and so. Like it's evil if it's a sin that we
This
deem
is definitely
to
a
be
picky,
evil.
choosy kind of argument that this lady has. Like, just walk through your Halloween store. Do you seriously think a pointy hat is evil? Do you seriously think witches wear pointy hats? Lady, do you? Like, there's nothing wrong with dressing up as like a cartoony witch. Or, it just bothers me. The whole argument bothers me. You could spend your time, read a different book that's not the one written by whoever you're reading books by, because they're filling you with nonsense.
Well, I think we've presented both arguments. We've given our own argument.
I've gotten very upset. Brandon's made some pretty cogent points, and I've just been angry.
I guess at this point, I guess is where we'll leave it to our viewers at home.
Yeah, sure.
Because I know that we have viewers that are very staunchly, this is an evil holiday.
Do we? I'm sorry.
I know. I think we do, and I would encourage you that if you truly believe that, to like present some good.
Yeah, sure. You're right, and I think I need to dial it back a little bit. My opinion's not different. I think you're wasting your time if you're fighting Halloween. But if you do have legitimate points as to why you think it's a problem, absolutely.
And I think it
made me look foolish.
What probably fired you up more as well is that neither one of these people did a good job. Both of these people were just I'm preaching to the choir. Mm-hmm. They're not really talking to people. Like Alan Rudnick, his article is not going to sway any. Like Alan would not sway Jamie the same way as Jamie would not sway Alan. Yeah. So if you're out there, if you agree that it is with Jamie and you think it's a bad holiday, please let us know in the comments. Why is it bad? Why is it something we should be concerned about? If you're on the other side and you're on Team Rudnick, let us know why you love Halloween. Why are you, as a Christian, you love the holiday? And
I think his point is that you should celebrate it. I also disagree with him. I don't think you should take Halloween and make it into, you have to go reclaim it. I don't think you need to go do a crusade on Halloween. I'm just saying, it's fun to dress up in an outfit and go get candy.
Yeah. And
there's not a single person in your neighborhood that is trying to, make your kid a Satanist while they're... I'm confused by the point of view. Mm-hmm. So please, if you want to make me look foolish, make me look foolish. I'm happy to disagree, happy to have a discourse about it.
If we get enough, there'll be part 2.
Yeah, that's true. It'll just be me. It'll just be Brandon giving me my 40 lashes for all the things I said wrong about Halloween. And I'll wear a witch's hat.
Well, as always, we thank you for watching this video. We hope you were entertained. Maybe you learned something from one of these 2 articles. Maybe from Keith.
I doubt it.
Make sure you like this video. Yep. Like we said, comment your opinion. If you agree, if you disagree. If you wonder, what is Halloween? I'm an infant. I know how to work the internet, but I don't know how to dress up or read stuff.
True.
Let us know. Make sure you subscribe to this channel too.
Yes, do that. And remember as well that we love you very much.